Hello, hello, everyone. Oh, God. My voice just cracked. What the hell? Hello, happy Tuesday. Hello, Alana. How are you? Oh, my God. Y'all, I'm exhausted. I've done nothing the past 2 days but basically sleep, and I'm still tired. But yes, as better than I was earlier in the day, TBH. That's good. I'm happy we're feeling better. Hopefully we're staying cool because California's in a heat wave and everywhere else is in a heat wave, and it's mean. I'm over it. Hey Paco, welcome on in. How you doing today? But yeah, no. As the title implies, all of last weekend, I was at Warped Tour, which, if you don't know what Warped Tour is, it is a music festival. Alternative, screamo, rock, heavy metal music festival. And it was... This heat wave could fight me? Yes! Oh my god. So I'm at this music festival, and it's in Long Beach, and it's fucking outside, and it's hot as balls. And it's 2 days. So you're in the sun all day, getting beat on by this heat. And when I tell you, I was exhausted. I have a little bit of sunburn on my nose, even though I was applying sunscreen every hour. It was just that hot and just like that much sun. It was crazy. Wasn't too bad, just had some lower back pain right side, but now it's mostly gone away now. Okay, that's great. Lower back pain is the worst, especially because it's like such a hard area to stretch out. Girl, I'm exhausted listening to you tell it. It was so much fun, but the end of the second day, or the second day in general, there wasn't like a ton of people I wanted to see, but there was one person I was like, I must see them. But of course, they were playing at the end of the day. And the song I wanted to listen to the most was the very last song. So I had to spend a second day fully on my feet. And they were screaming by the end of the night. It was so much fun. I would do it again. In fact, I am going to do it again next year. But woo, this heat wave was no joke. So I understand why my body has been like, we're not doing shit. You're gonna sleep most of the next 2 days. And that is what I've been doing. I have been sleeping. I don't think I've done... That's why I did do something productive today. I cleaned my house, or... Yeah, I mostly cleaned it. I swept them off the floors, generally picked up, changed my sheets. But it doesn't help that California is in such a high heat wave right now that, like Paco said, that it can fucking get it. It's not cooling off at night either. I think this morning it was at like 7 a.m. it was already in the 70s. No. The fan's out for a reason because I'm over this heat. I'm so thankful my feet have stopped hurting. Because being in shoes, oh my god, when I tell you, I wanted to like kick off my shoes so many times. I was willing to go barefoot, but Long Beach is disgusting. I have not slept in my room in weeks. Oh no, is your room that hot? Oh god, I hate it. My AC's been running. I do try to like kick it off, or try to turn it off during the peak hours, which is why I'm currently sweating my ass off right now. Just to save me a little bit of money. But when I tell you, I was looking at what this bill was projected for this month, I was like, I don't even care. Yep, it's upstairs. Oh. And has it at least been getting a little cooler at nights for you? I know up north's a little cooler. But yeah, no. The heat's fucking bad. The AC literally just kicked on now, and it's in peak mode. So that's how you know how hot it is. Fuck this bullshit. And it's been muggy hot, too. We are a window unit house, and I'm in... Oh my god. No. I'm so happy that this house got AC. Because it didn't when I was a kid. It's cool outside, up. The heat rises up, yeah. And stays. Oh. See, we don't even have the luxury of it cooling off at night. We're just like stuck in this heat, and it's been so humid, so everything's sticky. So like the house will heat up too, even if it does get a little cooler outside, because it's like so muggy. The house just like retaining all the heat. I go upstairs and get clothes and sweaty. It doesn't cool off at night at all for me. It's 80s overnight. Oh, that's gonna be this weekend. This weekend's gonna be really, really hot, and I'm not looking forward to it. But bonus, I do not have to do any labor because we're not. So update. I have been helping my dad redo it's their back room, but it's also like their pool equipment room, because they just had their roof redone, and part of the problem with the roof was that there was leaking, and so leaking got into the walls, created mold. We had to gut the whole room, and so we've been rebuilding it, and it's been so hot doing that work. But part of the reason why we were redoing it and why we had to gut it is because they're having their pool redone. And actually, I could show you a cool picture. Oops, not that one. But they're having their pool redone, and then so they're actually doing the work on the pool right now. And trying to get a picture verbally without. So that is currently what the pool looks like. It's completely drained. They've been working on tearing out the plaster because they're making it heated. It's gonna be a saltwater pool. It's gonna be really pretty and nice. I helped my parents pick out the tile. I am very excited, but it also means I have a break from doing any of that. So that is nice, which means I'm gonna try to hit up Princess and maybe go on her sprints this weekend, because I said I would do that, and the weeks not been nice to allow me to do that. So I'll have to say I finally have the weekend to join her. My pool is saltwater too, not heated, but we have a hot tub. Ooh, you have a good eye for decor. Thank you. It's It's gonna be blue. So my mom's like very much a blue person, so that is something. She really wanted the pool to look refreshing, and so it's gonna look very pretty, with like a 2-tile tone around the base of the pool, a kind of a white lip, and then like blue pebblies for like the plaster bottom. It's gonna look really, really pretty. I'll keep you guys updated. But part of that means that one of her dogs is at my house, so I currently have 3 dogs, which is fine. They all get along. There's haven't been any issues on that front. But it's just the house is in a little chaos. So I think on top of having a break from working at their house, since we're not going to be doing any work while they're also working on the pool, really, I might start doing some minor things around my house again, because I have been having the itch to do some home renos. And I finally decided the kitchen color, or rather the kitchen dining nook color, which actually I'll show you, because I've actually just made a really cool decision of what I'm going to do there. 1 second. All right, story time before we run into our first sprint. I've been debating what I'm doing my kitchen dining nook, because it is, I know I have a picture somewhere. It is this green color, and I don't hate it. It's not that I hate the color now. It's just that the rest of my house is very much, here you can kind of see it in this picture. So it's this greeny color, and I like it still. But my house is very much like blues and more jewel tones, and this is not it. So I've been debating about switching it for a while. And I was debating what I wanted to do. Did I want to do like a purple? Did I want to do another blue? And I decided I want to pivot entirely to something deeper, something so warm. And then I got to these two colors. So this is Rumors by Bear, which reads a little bit more burgundy than what the camera's picking up. And then I also got Divine Wine by Bear, which reads a little darker than what the camera's picking up. So I was debating between these two colors. And then I decided, I had originally decided that I'm going to do this color, Rumors, as the main wall. And then I'm going to build a banquette bench. And I was going to paint the bench this color. But as I was sitting there, I said, what if I did something silly that's going to be a lot of work but could look really nice? And now I've decided that I'm going to do stripes in these colors. So I'm going to do vertical stripes with these two. Because they're still real nice and real cute. And I think it'd be a nice little bit of a visual interest to do. And then I'm going to do the banquette, the same color. I'm going to do the cabinets, which is like a darker gray black. That I also have a swatch for, but I'm not going to go up and get it a second time because I'm not getting up again. So that is the plan. Okay, Home Improvement Network. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a little bit of work. I've never done stripes before, but I know the technique. It's just about getting the lines perfect and creating a template in terms of like how far apart I want the stripes. Which I don't think I'm going to do like too thick of stripes. But I don't quite know the size yet. So it will be interesting to say the least. So I'm gonna do that. I don't know when. I think I'm going to piddle around with it a little bit more. But yeah, I was also talking about other things I could do in the kitchen. Like I was gonna redo the backsplash, but in order to redo the backsplash, I have to redo the counter, and it's a whole process, okay? It's a whole process that I'm not gonna get into right now. I'll talk about that maybe during our first sprint, but I am over when I said we're gonna do sprints. So let's go ahead and roll into our first sprint, and then we'll chit chat more about what I plan to do with the house, some of my things. I had thought like doing one color on the top and the bottom with the border of the other. Ooh, that is really cool too. I thought about doing that. I got to pick your brain for something I have an idea for. Okay. Yes. First break, idea generations. So let me switch the screens. We're going to do 50-minute sprints. Ooh, that never changed. Hold up. I am not reading Carl's Doomsday. I did in fact finish that book. I am going to be reading, Princess Swords by Elise Kova. This is the second book in the Arcana Academy series. It literally just came out. And fun fact, when I ordered this book, it came misprinted. That's the second book that came misprinted for me in like a month. So I've got a replacement that has the page numbers correct. So I'm going to be reading more of that. Because I'm doing this thing where I'm actually reading the sequels when they get published. Who would have thought? Let me go ahead and update this tag. Because I forgot to save the actual PNG. Yep. There we go. So, I'm going to be reading this. What are folks going to be reading? What are folks going to be doing during our first sprint? The answer is okay if it's nothing. You're going to chillax. All right. I'm going to switch us over to some nice foresty sounds. And we're going to go ahead and get started in reading. So, good luck. Drink some water, stay cool, enjoy some good books and or video games when they're relaxing. And I will see you at the end of this first sprint. I'm reading the second omnibus version of One Piece. Hell yes! Hell Hell yes, Alana. All right. See you in 50. Have fun, everyone. All right, come on back, come on back. How did we do? I am happy to report that I made it to my 50 pages. I am on page 98. Yeah. I have to say, I trust no one in this book. Like, I trust no one. And that's kind of fun, but it's also kind of frustrating because it's been a hot minute since the first book came out and I didn't do a reread, so I'm playing catch up. So I'm like, what is going on? I don't trust any of you. And I was a little frustrated with what was going on with the character, to say the least. No spoilers, obviously, because I don't want to. If anyone's reading this book or planning to reading it, I'm not going to ruin it for you. But there was things happening in it that I was like, what was the point? What was the point? But it's just the beginning. Books take a second to get going. It's fine. Oh, hold on. What's going up with this? What's going on? That should be that. What's going on? There we go. So somehow my things got all sorts of twisted out. There we go. Now everything's looking all right. But Alana finished her book. Nice. I did tell you guys I wanted to give more of my plans for the kitchen. So I've been debating a lot of like what I'm gonna do with the kitchen because it's the one part of the house I haven't done a whole lot to. I've done a little bit of painting and I've switched out a light. But it's just the one area of my house that like needs some sort of updating. But I'm also debating on like, do I want to save up more and do some of the bigger renovations? Do I want to do some more cosmetic things so at least it looks a little bit nicer, looks a little more updated without having to invest so much money? And like, where's the line between that, you know? So I had talked about doing the backsplash, and the backsplash is really, really cheap because I just want to do white subway tile, which is very inexpensive, especially if you're doing ceramic tile, which works for a backsplash, is not always so great for a floor. And so I was looking into that. I could get away with getting plenty of boxes of the tile itself for like, I think it was like $50 or something like that. So really inexpensive. But as I was talking to my dad about like how I would go about doing that and what sort of issues I could run into, he was telling me that in order to do the backsplash, I have to first do the counter because how it's normally done, the backsplash sits on top of the counter. So that way any water that gets it runs onto the counter rather than runs behind the wall. So then it started a conversation about what could we do for the counters? And I just want a solid white counter because right now I have like the old school tiled counters. Let me see if I can find a picture of it. I hate it. I hate it so much. I hate the grout. I hate the unevenness. It's a very dated tile too. This is not quite it, but I think it's close enough. Let me show you. I switched over to here. And I open up my browser. Yeah. So you can kind of see that it's very much like this. So we have the tile in the front and then the small square tiles on the counter itself and the grout lines. But it's in more of like this like beigey yellow color. I hate it. And I've been debating about what to do with it. And I could fill it in and like run something over it, fill it, and then paint it. But honestly, I've been thinking a lot of what if I did a laminate, which is essentially just like a particle board covered by this like sheet of plastic. or like a plastic vinyl wrapping, which is very, very inexpensive to do, but won't last forever. I'm not doing Moonlight Peaks. We get that off too. So I was like, I don't know. But I don't have a ton of counters, so theoretically, I could get actual stone, which would be nicer and more durable, and I wouldn't have to replace it down the line. But then I was like, do I want to do that? Because I can't just like buy a piece. I'd have to bring someone in and then they'd have to custom cut it. And then the problem with the sink is the problem with the counter is I also want to redo the sink. So I'd have to have the sink that I'm going to do. And it just adds up. So I was like, I don't know. So then I was like, okay, what are things I could do? So one of the things I could do that won't cause much issues is building the banquette and doing the wall, which I'm going to do a kind of like stripey pattern like this. I don't know how thick I'm going to make the stripes or how kind of small, thin, I don't know. I'm going to have to play around the size and like make a template so it's very easy to repeat without, you know, hating myself, which will be a problem and a half. I know I'm gonna get really frustrated doing these because it's very tedious work, but I think it's gonna look really, really good. But general inspo I have for the kitchen, I do have a Pinterest board, and I think let me find like the two that I think are really, really the vibe I'm going for. This, not the butcher block, kind of this. So definitely gonna have like these deeper, darker tones in the cabinets, and then this is kind of gonna be the color of the dining nook. But I want a lot of darker cabinets, but also a lot of white. I'm gonna do like the rest of the walls is like creamy white, and I am eventually going to have checkered flooring. Pinterest is the best. I do love it for some inspiration. Yes, I plan to do checkered flooring, and I think when I do a permanent flooring, I'm gonna do black and white in the diamond pattern, which I know I have at least one picture of that. Yeah. Here. So you can see it's in the diamond checkered, which I think looks so good. So that's the plan. But this sort of tiling is expensive, I think, because you don't want to do a ceramic tile on your floor, or you can. But the issue with ceramic tile is that it can chip, and that when it chips, it like shows like the color of the ceramic, so it might look like a little brown. And so if you drop anything on your floor, which tends to happen in a kitchen, you could potentially chip the tile, and then you're gonna see the spot. Versus in porcelain, it's a little tougher, which means it's a little bit more expensive. And so to do porcelain in this checkered and doing it at a 12 by 12, which is like a standard size tile, I think roughly was going to cost me around $1,000, versus if I did a bigger tile, which I kind of already have in the kitchen, it would cost me like, I don't remember, like $1,200, $1,300, which I'm like, I don't know if I want to put that in the kitchen right now. Even though that in itself is not a lot of money, especially since I would be doing the work, which would save me a lot of money. A lot of money in tile. So those are thoughts I have. What I'm going to do before then is do a peel and stick, which I can cover the kitchen in entirety for like $300. And I've read the reviews and I've seen people use it, and it's really durable and it looks nice and it's a lot easier to install. So I'm gonna build the banquette, do the peel and stick, and so that'd be a nice cosmetic, and then I'm gonna just paint the cabinets and add hardware to the cabinets in terms of like handles and stuff. And I think we're gonna convert some of the drawers into like have slides and convert an open cabinet into a closed cabinet. All things that are like small and easy to do that would look good cosmetically and wouldn't be too expensive. And and are things that I could always kind of like add on to, you know? That way, when I do decide to invest more into a kitchen reno, or when my parents decide they want to do anything specifically with the house, because they do own the house, that is something that we can discuss later down the line. But I'm just here to like upkeep and generally make the house look a little nicer, because when my grandma lived here and my sister lived here, like some stuff was done, but not a ton. So I've been doing a lot of repainting, a lot of kind of like updating, like I updated the bathroom, all that. So those are thoughts in my head. I'm going to continue ruminating, and like I said, I think I'm going to try to do the dining nook before fall. We'll see. I'm also supposed to be working my dissertation, which I have not got a ton of work on. But enough work on. So, yeah, those are my plans for the kitchen. I'm excited, especially since it took me so long to decide on these colors, or to like even get close to these colors. That I was ruminating on so many different ones. I was like, I have no idea. So I'm gonna get samples of these and play around with it a little bit more too, I think, before I fully commit to the striping process, because I know that's gonna be quite the day. I mean, luckily I can just fully do the room in this color. Maybe I'll love it and then I won't want to do the striping, but I know myself, and then I'll probably decide I want to do the striping. Yeah, I don't know if Paco's around. Paco had an idea that he wanted some thinking on. So Paco, if you're around, what's your idea? If not, hit me back up, like on Discord or Instagram or something, where we could also chat there. But let's go ahead and roll into our next sprint. And, sorry, I had a message on Instagram that caught my attention. But let's go ahead and roll into our next sprint, because I am very curious what the hell's going to happen to my book and what decisions our girl's going to be making, because she'd be making some decisions that I don't know if it's going to be good for her, to be honest. I gonna continue Forced Promises arc. Nice! Alright. I'm also gonna get up and, a mafia romance. Ooh, I love a good mafia romance. I love a good mafia romance. I haven't read one in a hot minute. I'm gonna have to try to find one. So let me know if it's any good. Let me know. I'll keep my eye out for when it releases fully. But good luck on your next sprint. I'm gonna get up and move around just because I'm feeling a little antsy in my chair. So I'm gonna do that. So good luck on your first 50 minutes, and I'll see you when it's over. Okay, come on back, come on back. How did we do, folks? I made it to page 129. And I trust nobody! I forgot how stressful it is not to trust anyone in this damn series. I'm just like, can I trust your words? Can I trust what you're saying is true? I'm telling my main girl to run. Oh my god. And from 20 to 34%, hell yeah! 14%. I'm almost at the 100 pages mark. I'm like 20 pages from, and then I'll have hit 100 pages, which is pretty good for tonight. Also, I saw we got Princess in the house, was playing some ranked Apex. Nice. Hello, it's nice to see you. I feel like it's been forever. I keep missing your sprints because of things. And I'm happy to say I will be there on Sunday. I have nothing on my schedule. I'm double checking, but I believe I have nothing on my schedule. Yep, nope, freeze a bird. Oh, damn, I do have something. I'll be there for the morning, though. I have my nephew's first birthday. You're the one that keeps planning stuff. However, no sprints this week. Oh, damn. I am the one that keeps planning stuff. I know. Listen, in my defense, last weekend, I bought the tickets a year ago. So... but okay, it makes sense that there's no stuff this weekend. That works out actually in my favor because I have a birthday party, but that's not till 3 o'clock. I won't be here. It's my sister's birthday, so we're going to the beach for the weekend. Ooh, I love the beach. That'll be fun. I went to the beach a couple weeks ago. Okay. If that's the case, I want to join you one of your sprints. We have to cement a day and I'm gonna put it in my calendar and then you're that day. Nothing can get involved. But yeah, no, it's been forever. I have been taking my break very seriously and thinking about the content I kind of want to do when I come back. I've already made some plans. I added a new Notion thing in my, I added like a new content tracker in my Notion. Here, I actually can show you guys. We switched to this, and we switched from a browser to, do I have Notion still? Probably not. Okay. I have Notion. I swear I had no. Hold, please. I'm trying to find. Maybe I don't have it. There we go. This works. It's not where it's supposed to go. It's supposed to go here. Gonna head off for the night. It's 11 p.m. No worries. Thanks for joining, Alana. Hope you had fun and got some good reading in. Aha, here's the Notion. All right, if we hide that. So I found this on a Notion. It's one of their free templates, and I just kind of customized it. And it's got a whole bunch of things. Got like a cool content hub where you can have in progress posted and scheduled. What I like is this inspiration bank. So I've added my channel staples and then video ideas and then inspiration for others. You can see a certain someone's video here. And of course, some challenges and check-ins. The PlayStation ones are very cute. So yeah, so that's what I was doing. And been thinking about like kind of what content. I've even been thinking about shorts and short form content. I've been going on Instagram and TikTok to save sounds. So we'll think about that as well. been getting some ideas, but I've still been pretty burnt out. So I'm enjoying the break. I'm gonna continue taking the rest of this month, so the next week or so, and maybe another week into August before I start jumping back into filling that back into my schedule. So it's all fun. It's nice. I've kind of missed making it, but I've also very much enjoyed the break. Not gonna lie. But yes, doing that definitely got me more pumped about it, because I don't know, just something about sitting down and getting organized just makes me feel very well prepared and very nice. And I'm also still planning on doing Magical Readathon. Because of course I am. I'm never missing Magical Readathon. I love that. I am so excited for her to post the prompts. And I don't have a series to read from start to finish, but I do have books over, was it 500 pages? That's part of the new thing. Because I've read the first 2 books in the Dungeon Crawler Carl series. And I think it's after the 3rd book that they start getting into that higher range. So those will count. And I'll be doing some Serial Killer on top of that, because I will be continuing that series. I read the first one finally. What'd you think? I did see that you had finished it. Did you love it? Did you enjoy it? Did you do a combo with the audiobook? Because I physically read it. And everyone and their mother says the audiobooks are the way to go. And I want to try one. But I haven't gotten around to it. Actually, that was something I was going to look at today. Let's do that as we're kind of I'm waiting for your response. Someone was saying to get the physical audio CDs, because that's sometimes a little easier to look for. Oh, God. Dungeon. It was fine. I did the whole audiobook and read along with it. The audiobook is so good, actually. I give it 4.25 stars. Ooh, I think I gave the first book 4 stars. I was hooked about 50% in. I'm really, really interested in the premise. I love the characters. I think it's a lot of fun. I've yet to be, like, fully gripped. But I feel like in the first 2 books, we're still doing a lot of setup for a lot more, like, complex plot lines that I think are going to develop in, like, the next book or so. Which is something I've been hearing from a couple people, that they really enjoyed it, but they became obsessed and hooked with a couple books in. So that is what I've heard so far. And I'm curious to see what I actually think of it. Ebook. Yeah, the audiobooks are Amazon exclusive, and I don't have my Audible right now. Which is fine. No, of course it's not on CDs, at least not through the OC library system. Maybe through the library system. Yeah, I don't know when I will be continuing, but I definitely will be. I had read the first book, and I didn't know if I was going to immediately read the second book. But I was going to the beach with my mom and my sister and my niece, and I had brought 2 books with me. I had brought the second Dungeon Crawler Carl book because I was interested in maybe continuing it, because I had just finished the first book like the night before I was going to the beach. And then I brought a paranormal romance, and I read a chapter of both, and I just was more into Dungeon Crawler Carl, so I read that. But I have put it on pause for now so I can read The Prince of Swords, the second book in the Arcana Academy series, and I'm stressed out because I can't trust anyone in this book, and it's driving me a little kooky. So I will probably jump back into it just so I'm keeping up with series. I know if I put them off too long, I'm not gonna. It's gonna take me forever to get it back into them, but I do plan on continuing, and I plan on finishing. I've been really, really good about finishing series, actually. I already have them all on audio because of Mike. Yeah, Mike told me that the audiobooks were phenomenal. And you know what? I believe him. I believe you too in saying they're really good. Everyone says they're amazing. I've just yet to find them. Or I've yet to try it out. I've tried a little bit of a sample for one, and I can see myself really, really enjoying them. Also, the voice actor got picked up for the TV show I think they're doing. Let me know if you want the login so you can download the audiobook. I might hit you up on that. But let me see if I can try to find them first on the library. Because some libraries do have the physical CDs. Oh, look at that. That is book. I don't know what book that is. Is it book 4? That's book 7. Oh, there. It told me right there. Duh. Okay. I'm getting distracted. Just let me know we got them still on Audible. Fair enough. I was debating on what book I was going to do next in terms of my audiobooks, because also I'm going to get my copy of Tapestry of Fate soon. I actually should double check when that's going to come in. I did get a notification from Fairy Loot saying it had shipped. Of course. Wait, hold on, I need to get the shipping number. But yes, my Tapestry of Fate. And I was going to renew my Audible subscription for it. Ooh, yes, it should be coming tomorrow. Yeah. Yeah, should be coming tomorrow. Nice. I'm reading Daggermouth right now. Ooh, I want to read Daggermouth. But because it switched from indie to traditional, it's not out yet? Question mark, question mark, question mark? I know I had looked for it. But I think it's because it's switching to... Was it already out? It is already out. Okay. That's good to know. Maybe I'll go buy that tomorrow. Yeah, I might go buy that tomorrow. I really, really want to read Daggermouth. I hear it's so good. The audiobook has been out? Okay. But I also been hearing all that fucking, like, bullshit commentary going about right now. How it was, like, being accused of AI. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Are you... Of all people, you're gonna choose the black book? When we have Powerless right there? Miss me with that shit. Miss me with that shit. I'm so sick of the world. I'm so sick of the world and society right now. Social media makes me mad every time I go on it. I swear to God. I got it from Audible last week before the release date. Ooh, look at you. Miss PR Queen. All right. Ooh, the premium hardback looks really good. Or not the premium, the deluxe hardback. It looks gorgeous. But I heard so many good things about it that I'm getting FOMO. And now I really need to read it. So I might go pick it up. Because I am going to hang out with a friend tomorrow anyways, I think. So I know it's going to be a good time. Yo, if you want... You don't make a new email for you to take advantage of to get free audiobooks from Audible. Ooh, true. True. But no. I want to read Daggermouth. I found the reason why I ended up renewing my subscription with Audible is because sorry, let's look at my calendar. I was like, what's going on? But that's way later. Because I found out that Tapestry of Fate, the second book, is on Spotify for premium. So I can listen to that. We gotta take advantage of Amazon when we can. Hell yeah, we do. Hell yeah, we do. I like to renew my audio subscription every time they do their like promo for like, oh, for like 3 months you can have it for $3.99 instead of the $14.99. I'm like, all right, cool, and then I cancel it after I get my 3 months. And then I get the 3 audiobooks and I move on with my life. But I've been actually using a lot of Libby. Use your local libraries. They have also a lot of audiobooks. I've been listening to the Will Trent audiobooks on Libby. I recently finished book 4 and I got in my hands on book 3 because I had to skip it, and I got it on book 5, and I have book 5. So I've been also bulldozing my way through those. I think after I finish those 2 books, I'm gonna take a break from Will Trent and go listen to Tapestry of Fate as soon as I get my hands on it, which should be coming in the mail tomorrow. Oh no, I bought a monitor for Mike and the cat broke it. I sent it back to get a new one saying it came. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, you did. It definitely came broken. You know, sometimes there's these people out here that are returning broken shit. And you know what? That's messed up. How dare they send you a broken monitor when you be paying good money for a new monitor? How dare they? How dare they? No, but that should be really happening though. I see so many horror stories of people buying like really expensive electronics on Amazon, and then either it comes in an empty box, or it comes broken, or it comes with like someone tried to return it. And Amazon's like, well, we can't do anything about it. Or, like, you need to file a police report. And it ends up being a whole drama. Be careful with your shit, especially ordering expensive stuff on Amazon. The world be crazy right now, and Amazon don't actually care about you. It's fucked up, but it is what it is, unfortunately. All right, we have time for one more sprint. We're gonna roll into it in a few more minutes now. So we want to make sure we're ending strong. And that your girl's not buying books because she's on Barnes & Noble looking at books because she started talking about books. Moving you to the TV so I can lay down. Hello, big screen. I am now your overseeing overlord. Which is weird. I now know how my friend Marissa feels when we play D&D. We put her on the big 75-inch TV. And she's like, I'm too big. Alright, let's go ahead and roll to this next sprint. Get some reading done. Wind down for the evening. Make sure you're drinking some water. I'm gonna get up and do it myself and get some water. So, good luck. I'll see you at the end for some goodbyes. We can chit-chat a bit more, and then... Yay, just in time for the last sprint. Yes, you made it. Hello, Amanda. Good luck, everyone. I will see you at the end of this 50 minutes. Come on back, come on back. How is it that I never finish a chapter before these damn timers go off? I swear. It's like I'm doomed. I am ending these sprints off at page 178, which means I did read 100 pages. In fact, I read 130 pages exactly. Look at me go. I will probably read just over until the chapter's done. I'm like 2 pages from finishing. I swear, I have the worst luck when it comes to the timer on these sprints. No matter how long or how short I set it, it's never long enough. So annoying. So frustrating. But we did it, folks. We survived another sprint. And I want to say I'm tired, but really, I fucked up my sleeping schedule entirely. Because this is the first week I have of like actual break because school is done. And I've had no plans and no work. So like your girl is just floating on by. It's great. But I am sleepy and tired. That's to say the least. I'm on page 236 of the Staircase of the Woods. Just a little over 100 pages left. Hell yeah! That's almost done in my books. 100 pages left means you're basically at the end. That's how I feel. If I'm at 50 pages, don't talk to me till I'm done. Also, hello camera, can we get your focusing right? I'm so shiny and light. Overproduced. Do. There we go. I mean, I'm a little dark. Hold on, let me bump this up a little. There we go. Much better. Auto exposure sucks. All right, guys, but it is almost 10:30, so I'm gonna go ahead and say goodbye here. I hope you guys had fun. I hope you got some good reading in. I hope you like listened to me chit chat on our breaks. And I will see you guys next week for some more sprints. And potentially a video. I don't know. The video might be another week or 2 away, but that's fine. Because if your girl's still on break, she's going to enjoy her break. Have a good night, everyone. I'll see you next time. Bye.